Hey everyone, this is Unlock24, and today we're going to be talking about the Chaos Sorcerer and Thunder Dragon deck. And overall, the deck, I think, before we get started, I am going to say that it's crazy, crazy, crazy expensive. And at best, I think it's only a tier 3 deck. The deck works extremely, extremely well when you draw an actual light and dark monster and you have a Chaos Sorcerer in your hand. But other than that, it's just it's a tier 3 deck. If you don't have the cards for it, I'd highly suggest that you don't spend your money or your gems trying to get it. Overall, like I said, it's really, really, really good whenever you draw a good hand, but you do tend to brick a ton. So let's go ahead and go over the deck profile, and then we'll talk a little bit about it. So 2 Chaos Sorcerers, 3 Thunder Dragonhawks, the 3 Thunder Dragondark, and this was it was insane how much I had to farm Mokuba to get the 3 Thunder Dragondarks. I think I spent almost like a day and a half just grinding at Mokuba, and it was just a tedious task. Dark Flare Dragon. I'm only running the Dark Flare Dragon because I don't have the 3rd Chaos Sorcerer. If I had a 3rd Chaos Sorcerer, I'd run a 3rd Chaos Sorcerer instead of the Dark Flare Dragon. But you do need a little bit more cards to be able to remove the Thunder Darks and any light monster. 3 Snipe Hunters. I think Snipe Hunters are one of the key cards of the deck. If you don't have Snipe Hunter, I don't think you can run the deck efficiently. Snipe Hunter takes advantage of basically everything else. 3 Thunder Dragons, and then 3 Thunder Dragon Matrix, 1 Dimensional Prison, and then 2 Paleozoic Canadius. For the 3 traps, I experimented and swapped out different cards. I did try 2 Treacherous Trap Holes, and that was about it. I tried 2 Treacherous Trap Holes with a Paleozoic Canadia, and I tried a whole bunch of different sets, and it wasn't as consistent. I think the 2 Canadias and the 1 Dimension, I think, was decent. If you're playing against what's the card? What's the name of the deck? I can't remember off the top of my head, but the ones that remove a ton of things from play, you're gonna get trashed. Anyway, especially when they have like all their setup complete. I can't remember what the name of it. Metaphys, I think it's Metaphys. If you're playing against them, you are gonna get destroyed because you do a lot of special summoning, and if they've already got their setup going, then yeah, you're not gonna win. The Chaos Sorcerer, again, another key card. They does take advantage of the Thunder Dragon Darks, which Thunder Dragon Darks are really, really good, especially if you're trying to load up your graveyard. If your opponent goes first and you have a Thunder Dragon Dark in your hand, you can go ahead and activate it during their turn, and then activate it again when it's your turn during your standby phase. And at that point, you have 2 darks, and you do have to try to get your light monsters. But like I said, the deck is really, really inconsistent. It does break a lot. Sometimes you just get all dark monsters, and other times you just get all light monsters. And then sometimes you just get a whole bunch of monsters that you can't special summon or normal summon. Like again, the MVP has to be Snipe Hunter. If you get a Snipe Hunter on your first hand, you basically you kind of almost most of the time do win, especially if you have a Thunder Dragon, or if you have a Thunder Dragon Dark, or a way to remove from play. Let's say, for example, you have a Snipe Hunter, with a Thunder Dragon Dark and a Thunder Dragon. You can basically just win if you have that Chaos Sorcerer. Well, let's go ahead and get into the replays. Alright, let's go ahead and get into the replay. So let's go. And all these are low level, I think gold 4 and 5s. So that's nothing too crazy. Just played a couple of Metaphys, a couple of black, Red Eyes Black Dragons, and some random decks. But let's go ahead and get straight to it. One of the things that did annoy me while I was playing is most of the time when I did get a good hand, once your opponent starts to see the setup, they just automatically quit, and you're not able to see the full combo. But anyway, let's get into this first one. Alright, playing against Neos. There goes Neo's Fusion, goes into his, what is that, Elemental Hero Brave Neos, which doesn't really matter. There's Thunder Dark, or Dragon Dark. Snipe Hunter, send the other Dragon Dark. That's a level 4, gets destroyed. Neo's Fusion activates. Snipe Hunter, that's the Matrix. It's a 1. It misses. I can go ahead and ditch the Dragonhawk to. Oh, well, I don't ditch the Dragonhawk. I go ahead and summon Chaos Sorcerer first, but then I can go ahead and ditch the Dragon. Uh, the Dragonhawk special summon, and it's basically an OTK. And that's basically it. See you later. I forgot to talk about that skill. That skill is insane with the Chaos Sorcerer. If you activate the Chaos Sorcerer's effect, you can just activate the skill, bring it back to your hand, and then special summon it again, and then just basically be able to attack with it. Or if you don't want to attack, if they still have an extra monster on their side of the field, you can just remove it again. So it gives you it makes it to where you can activate the Snipe Hunter's effect also, in case that you already have a whole bunch of defense and you don't need anything in the field. It'll give you an extra shot, or it'll give you an extra Chaos Sorcerer effect. But that's good. It's really, it's, I don't know if I don't want to say broken because it's not broken, but it does allow you to summon or activate several, well, the same effect twice if it doesn't have any restrictions like Chaos Sorcerer's effect. There you go. Basically, like I said, no TK. Whenever you draw a good light and dark monster in your hand, you have Chaos Sorcerer. Most of the time, you're gonna be winning. And I didn't include any of the losses because, like I said, that were just really, really bad hands that you couldn't really do much of anything. I think this guy was playing the Red Eyes Black Dragon. And this is the Dragondark. And I do think I'm gonna go ahead and keep trying to farm Mokuba, see if I can get some prismatic Dragondarks, which the effect overall is really good, and I think it'll even it'll get even better once more cards do get released, and I kind of want to have some prismatic ones. If I find time for it, I think I'll go ahead and try to farm them a little bit more. Oh, it was Karakuri's, it wasn't the Red Eyes. And again, that was another OTK. If he didn't have any defense, it would have been an OTK. I think he goes into his beret with his with Ninishi's effect. I think and goes into a beret, and then I was thinking he was gonna go into a Armades, but he doesn't go into an Armades. He goes into a Goyo, which is kind of weird. I don't know if he didn't have the Armades or what it was, but anyway, I did have the game even if he went into the Armades. The Goyo didn't really matter, but I thought it was weird that he went into it. Oh, and the Dragon Matrix are actually really good, especially in lower ranks. It's basically a miniature little Honest. It would have been better if it increased it by 800 at least, but 500 most of the time's enough. And I did catch a ton of people off guard when they attacked into it in Night Dragon Matrix, and then, like I said, most of these people that when I drew good hands, they were just surrendering. Alright, so Chaos Sorcerer, so I drew nothing but darks in this particular hand. I think I get a Cyber Twin Dragon, no, that Dragon Matrix, which I can go ahead and just be able to load up my graveyard with darks and the light, so I can get Chaos Sorcerer out. So I did go for the face down because I could Chaos Sorcerer the face up, so that's why I went for the face down instead of the Eidos. Not really sure how you say it. The Dread side was, I wasn't expecting it, but it did come out, and I still had the Chaos Sorcerer's effect. And that was it. Once you get the Dragondarks, like I said, you're able to load up your graveyard extremely quick. There's a Snipe Hunter that came out on his side of the field, so I went ahead and Canadia. Tribute for my Dragondark, so I can have a Light and Dark in the graveyard, and then I can go ahead and special summon either that or the Chaos Sorcerer, the Dark Flare Dragon. And here's possibly another OTK, but he does have the Karibo. Well, he has 2 Karibos. And I don't use the Chaos Sorcerer most of the time. I leave it for whenever my opponent gets something that I can't get over. If I do have the Dark Flare Dragon first, I try to go for the Dark Flare Dragon and try to not waste the Chaos Sorcerer since I only do have 2. And then he just gave up. Alright, so there you go. Like I said, it's just a selected few replays that I chose. The deck overall doesn't perform as good as you see the selected videos that I chose, or the selected replays that I chose. It does break a lot. If you do have an opinion on it, or if you have some suggestions on how to fix it to where it doesn't break as much, I did think of balance, but I think with balance you do have to have spell and trap cards, and I don't have enough space for it. Maybe even if you do have the 3 Chaos Sorcerers, I don't think it'll be that consistent. Maybe we try to do a straight up Thunder Dragon deck. I think maybe it may work, but again, the Thunder Dragons themselves don't really do much of anything. They're just graveyard spam, or they're basically just a light or a chaos engine. That's basically what they are. I think in the TCG in the newer boxes, there's a whole bunch of extra, I think, fusions and synchros, or I'm not really sure. I don't really pay much attention to TCG anymore, but I think there's a ton of support for it, and hopefully we get some more support for this particular deck. It is fun. It loads the graveyard really fast. But here's the deck. Here's the deck list one more time: 2 Chaos Sorcerers, 2 Thunder Dragon Hawks, the 3 Thunder Dragondarks, the 1 Dark Flare Dragon, 3 Snipe Hunters, 3 Thunder Dragons, the 3 Thunder Dragon Matrix, 1 Dimensional Prison, and 2 Plesiosaur Canadias. There's no need for an extra deck, which, I mean, if you want to run tuners, you can. But anyway, my next deck is going to be, it might be Gadgets or Gravekeepers. After the pack opening that we did yesterday, I did open a couple more packs. I think the sale was like an extra SR and 2 extra ultra rares, and I did pull the remaining gadgets that I needed, and I pulled 2 extra Necro Valleys, so I have a total of 4 Necro Valleys, which I would have preferred to get something else other than Necro Valleys after I picked up the 3rd one. But anyway, do check back to the channel. It'll either be gadgets or Gravekeepers. So if you have any questions about this particular deck, do leave it in the comment section below, or if you have any suggestions, do the same thing. If you are enjoying my videos, please do subscribe, as it does help out a lot, and do leave a like, and I'll see you guys next time.